Hey internet, welcome to another episode of me trying to make a coherent video out of just random jumbles of thoughts. So failing at something sucks, right? Like, nobody wants to do something wrong. I am and always have been a perfectionist. I don't like to get things wrong on the first try. I like to, when I put things out in the world, for them to be as perfect as I can possibly make them. Which is so incredibly unrealistic because I'm a human being, and obviously I'm not going to always do things right, and most of the time everything that I create is going to have some sort of flaw in it. That's just something I've had to accept, and I've gotten a lot better about accepting it over time. The first time that I ever got a B, I definitely cried. But this is something that I've been thinking about a lot as I prepare to become a teacher, because first of all, I don't want to fail at becoming a teacher. I'm so worried that I'm going to do something wrong that's going to have a negative impact on the kids that I teach, or I'm worried that I'm going to get something wrong in front of the class. All of these concerns just add so much stress when really, obviously, I'm gonna make mistakes, and I don't think I'm gonna screw anybody's life up, but, you know, it's just part of being a perfectionist, I guess. As I've mentioned, between my job as a graduate assistant and observing in the classroom, I've been working with a lot of kids trying to learn things. And I've noticed that a lot of the kids that I've been working with really don't want to use trial and error to figure out the right answer. They just want to know it, they want to do it right the first time and get it done with. This is really apparent in the college level Excel class that I'm GAing for. When you work on a Microsoft Excel document, you have the option of undoing, you have the option of trying things out and figuring out what doesn't work. And whenever I've tried to work with a program like that, that's how I've learned. I've done things, I've done them wrong, I've had to undo or do them in a different way, I've had to troubleshoot. But these kids are going through these projects and these assignments, and they don't even want to attempt something if they're not sure if it's going to work. Somehow they're afraid to just get something wrong. One thing that's so important is the critical thinking skills that you develop by making mistakes and having to figure out what you did wrong, to kind of reflect on your process and to analyze what you've done and to like pinpoint exactly where the mistake was made. That's how you learn. Like, you can sit in a class all day and be talked at and told things, but until you're actually doing it and figuring out what works and what doesn't work and where things go wrong and where things go right, that's where you get the majority of your knowledge and your experience. So I guess I just need to remember that. I need to remember that I'm going to get into the classroom and I'm going to make mistakes, but I'm also going to be able to figure it out. And as long as you're sitting there and learning from your mistakes, there's nothing wrong with failing. Failing isn't bad. Failing is just another way of learning. If you're relatively new to this channel, I did a video back in the fall about growth mindset, and that directly ties into this thought process. With growth mindset, you assume that you're always growing, and failure is another way to grow. So if you want to know more about growth mindset and see that video, I'm going to leave a card up here so that you can go check that out. So let me know down in the comments what you think about failure. Have you ever had an instance where you failed at something but it's ended up turning out to be a really great learning experience? Let's have a chat about it. Alright, this is day 20 of VEDA. We are getting so close to the end. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. By the way, there's another lawnmower outside, of course. Why does everyone have to mow their lawns all the time? Didn't that just happen on Monday?